Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. How is everyone today?
Hello to Mindy Hahn, the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, and our team's team coming into the chat as we get this day started, coming off NFL Sunday and getting ready for Monday Night Football uh, in Mexico. We return to Mexico for the teams that played the first ever regular season game in Mexico, Arizona, and San Francisco. And well, Mindy, yep, we coming off Sunday. I don't know if you adjusted your power rankings, but I don't know. Are the Dallas Cowboys the number one on everybody's list right now? I mean, I know the Chiefs got it done. They didn't cover. They look great again. Mahomes is MVP candidate. How about Dallas and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl? Would you be happy with that?
Heck yeah, I'd be happy with that. That would be so fun. I mean, really. I think it would be great. I would really like it. Especially
Do you
because,
think?
Dallas, America's team. Come on. Who wouldn't want that?
Are you ready to put Dallas now? I mean, with Philly's woes and their obvious weaknesses, um, Dallas disposing of the best record team on the road. Do you have Dallas ahead of Philadelphia, ahead of Minnesota right now in the NFC and the San Francisco team? I guess.
Well, I would say probably not quite yet.
Mm.
I'm still going to go ahead and stick with the Eagles right now until they can kind of, prove me wrong. I know that there's a little bit of letdown, so that is expected sometimes once you have the big letdown from the Washington game. So I'm not quite ready to put the Cowboys there. Especially with, I think they're volatile. And obviously, I always thought the Vikings were a little bit volatile, and they are. I was really thinking that they got over that, especially winning close games. It's hard to do that. And then suddenly to just totally bomb out like that was really disappointing, I think. And the 49ers team, I think they got to get a little bit better overall in order for me to get them up there.
Well, my bad on the Cowboys yesterday with you. I mean, if anything, the line move should have explained to me. The move was on Dallas there, no doubt about it. And then seeing the performance that Pollard have, this guy is one of the best players in the league
No kidding,
right
right?
now, and the fact that a player like Elliott is able to almost accept his role gladly because, well, when you're winning, it's easier to accept your roles, especially when you get in and get to score the touchdown, touchdown vulture almost, if you will. Although, he's great near the goal line too. So Pollard has explosiveness out of the backfield we saw on his big plays. So, if anything, that's why Dallas has moved up there right now for me. Mindy, the Chiefs, they win over the Chargers. Your team beat my team. Chargers get the money. We got the money. We agreed. I mean, we couldn't, uh, handicap it any more accurately, although I did think it would be lower, fall under the under. I mean, it was a contrarian position, I would think, on my behalf. You said go over in the game because of the great quarterbacking that we saw in the game, certainly. Mahomes on top of his game, overlooked almost as the MVP candidate because we take him for granted.
Yeah, and I don't think that underplay was necessarily contrarian based off of like last 10 years of historical data. I mean, the trend is to the under in that game, especially with where the opening line started and it ended. That usually trends to the under. So I didn't necessarily disagree, Ramon, but I just thought it was the place that these two folks were going to have the shootout because again, I took the over in the very first game, and that one didn't work out. But this one here, certainly did. And I think, from, if they ever happen to match up again, I think it will be another one just like this.
No, that's what you wanted to. I mean, it was a good game, an exciting game. And yes, the Chargers get the weapons back, so they're kind of moving back up a little bit as well. I don't think they're to be slighted or counted out, even though we've kind of said the tide shifted over to the AFC East because of Tua, because of the good play of the Jets and the Patriots. But we saw that game. I know that everyone's really bagging on those quarterbacks today. That we always say, Mindy, is handicappers the most significant. Yes, these guys are subpar at this point, but win is the most important factor. I had a losing play on a total over yesterday in the NFL, despite my winning day, and that was just a bad job on me. Not you know thinking that the weather would be such a factor, but those quarterbacks had trouble. And when it came down to it, a punt return decides it. And if anything, no team was going to score on offense. And it was a poor special teams job really by the Jets to even kick the ball to a return man on a short field. I don't know, tough to kick in the wind too. You just got to keep it in play. He was punting into the wind at that point, and the runner himself. Not that the wind affects the runner, but just the whole momentum of the play seemed to favor the Patriots in that exciting return with basically 5 seconds left by the time he was
Yeah.
out in the end zone.
I mean, what an unfortunate way to to lose a game, especially after each of these teams played so hard. Turnovers was kind of sometimes the name of that one. I think as well. But yeah, I mean, I think the Jets though they're still playing really really tough on defense. If it wasn't for one letdown, I think they probably would have wound up on the right side of that game.
Well, that was probably the ugly game of the year, and the kid saved it with his exciting return. So,
Right.
all right, let's head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. We talked a little bit about the NFL. Yeah, there was some other action yesterday, but I think it was all about the NFL. And take a
Yeah.
look over here at Tony's Picks, where you'll find our handicapper leaderboard. Well, we might not want to look at the handicapper leaderboards there,
It
but
looks a little meager today, Ramon. So good work out of you last night.
maybe we should look at the more extended leaders. But anyways, yeah, I was able to look. I'll feature me here, 10-4 yesterday, but just 4-4 in the NFL to be quite fair. As I sweep the board yesterday with my college basketball and my college and my pro my NBA plays. So that's where I was able to do it. I've got plays for you lined up right now. I got a three
Nice.
pack in college basketball, feeling good after 2 bad days, and I still am in the profit. So I feel okay. I feel very comfortable. 17-6-1 for me on Saturday and Sunday after ending the week poorly. So I've got almost all those units back. Hate to be on a roller coaster. I also got a
Right.
5-pack tonight in college basketball for $35. So I've got 8 plays loaded over there, Mindy. Click on the All Cappers tab, everyone, to find all of our handicappers, including one Mindy Hahn, who,
There I am.
yep, the better half of Team Steam, the better part of Team. Don't forget, all of us are part of Team Steam, but you got a 3-pack in hockey, a 3-pack in the NBA, and a best bet. What's going on?
Yeah, so you pretty much said it. I think I'm not going to be in this game here tonight for the NFL so far. It's a little squirrely for me, so we'll talk about it a little bit. Then I do have some college basketball games in there. I also have NHL and the NBA. So yeah, almost in every sport here tonight, Ramon. So yeah, you could pick up any of those 3 packs. Only $30. Pretty good deal.
All right, like I said, you click on the All Cappers tab. Make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Over here on the side, I'm up there still 1,800 for the month, and I got Nick 1,300 for the month as well. So we got some handicappers doing some work. Don't
That's
forget,
right.
uh, World Cup is underway. I'm watching it right now. Mindy Class is owning out despite our conspiracy theories about uh,
Right.
Qatar.
It was worth a shot.
But so far, the class is winning out over the regional teams, if you will, because you figure Qatar, Iran, the teams from the Middle East area there, more where the country hosting the World Cup is. But the class teams of, I say class, I mean Ecuador might actually be the worst team in the field, except for Qatar, and they really dominated that game. So far in this one, England totally dominating. But just to let everyone know that in case they woke up and they forgot that the World Cup is underway, and coming up also another great game just in about less than 2 hours Um, and then, of course, the United States will be in action as well today, and I think everyone will be looking forward to that. They take on Wales, so you have, you know, Christian Pulisic and, of course, Gareth Bale for Wales. So that should be a really, really interesting game. And the other game, Senegal against the Netherlands, Mindy, where in that one, Senegal will be without their leading scorer for the World Cup. Sadio Mane is out. So how will it affect Senegal? It has World Cup experience. In fact, they had a great World Cup really for them in the last World Cup. So they are a pretty good team, and they're going up against the Netherlands team where they always seem to fall short of expectations. They're always a very popular team with the public, with bettors, but they really have never gotten over the hump, and now they're getting old. So maybe Senegal can be a shot there. And USA, the money seems to be coming in on USA, so that kind of gives, I think, Wales some value today. Might be getting a good price with Wales. So I got a couple plays in action over there at Tony's
Mhm.
Picks. I had a 3-pack going, but you can pick those up on the pick ticker. And also, don't forget, you'll have plays, I'm sure, from Nick and Paul and maybe some others as well. You can check out our best bets tab over there. You see Nick has a best bet in the World Cup today, and our $15 plays as well. Tony up there has his $15 best bet, and Collins has a best bet in the NBA tonight. But there you see it, Nick. Also, Sam's involved. We're all involved in that Netherlands Senegal game, and over with Wales and USA. Also, Paul and Nick and I all with spread plays, and Paul's got a money line play there. So, and Mindy, you see all your games and my games all loaded up,
I
ready
see
to
them.
go. Maybe, hey, maybe we will yet still have a play in the football game now. Once we get started over here, let's get rolling with the previews today. We're going to preview the NBA. We're going to preview college basketball and also hockey and Monday Night Football. Desde Mexico, Mario, hello. Curtis, man, hello. Blake said, Kelsey, we said, I don't know what I said. He'd have a monster. That's the easiest prediction out there. Mindy, you can just say, Kelsey, have a
Right.
monster game.
Right.
So let's get rolling with the games. Start with the 49ers and the Cardinals. And we do know that the Cardinals will have quarterbacking issues entering this game. Not only Kyler Murray, who probably is going to be out, even Colt McCoy also is injured, but I think he's probably the quarterback we're expecting to see. So I don't know, Mindy, if the picture handicap. San Francisco, not exactly the most overpowering offense, but we do got Debo.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and so I don't know, Hopkins, has he officially been noted as a
Oh, that's
starter or
right.
not? I still haven't
Hopkins
seen
is the
anything.
biggest playmaker out there for Arizona right now. It sounds like he's going to try to give it a go, but I think still listed as questionable, not as for certain that he's going to be in the game.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how this quarterback matchup works. One of them is going to, I think, have to start in this one. But this defense, they're, 30th place, giving up 25 points a game. I think that kind of opens the door here for this 49ers, stacked offense. I think they're just going to, it's going to be a ton of McCaffrey in this one. I think if I looked, the over under was like 125 yards, something like that. But on the defensive side, the 49ers are, pretty decent. So I think I'm still going to go ahead and take the 49ers here in this one, lay the 8.5.
Sure. Lay the big points in this one. A 95% chance of rain tonight. Not some, overwhelming rain, just a lot of maybe consistent rain throughout the night. We're not going to be, I don't think we'll be sloshing around or anything at the Estadio Azteca. So I don't know whether that'll affect the caliber of play, the style of play, but for me, I'll probably end up going under in this one, Mindy. San Francisco 3-6 to the under so far. Arizona, they've covered 7-1-1 last 9 meetings in Arizona's favor, so maybe they have their number. But Fonzie's with you.
All
Blake
right.
says it looks easy. I was thinking still Arizona. I wouldn't even care about the quarterback, but that's why you guys are on the winning side, and I'm well. I mean, other than the leaderboard, but um, I don't know. I was kind of thinking Arizona with that's a lot of points. If it's a low scoring game that just comes down to some ridiculous score with the rain, and yeah, uh, Cages says about the altitude, and I
Yeah,
believe
they were talking about that.
one team kind of practiced in the altitude and one did not. So, anyways, I'll go under Mindy for my play, so we won't be involved necessarily with a premium selection in this one. I'm still trying to find a way to get on Arizona, basically waiting to the questions that you posed. I want the answers to. I don't
Right.
mind. I know if what I'm getting with Colt McCoy, and he's had his moments. I don't think San Francisco. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're going to get a lot of Christian McCaffrey. This could come to could be just a game where they grind it out. If wet conditions might limit it. Like I said, I always like to say we got Debo because he is the game breaker. But Hopkins, you look at his numbers since he's returned; those are off the charts. And
Right.
you just got to get the ball to him somehow. And for Colt McCoy being a backup and maybe not even one of the best backups, the one thing he does have is some experience. So they're willing to go with him, obviously, here tonight. It looks like Murray. I mean, Murray's doubtful, and McCoy is, probably listed as
Limited.
question. So,
Right.
yeah. So it's a problem going in. And again, we got Jimmy, and Jimmy gets it done. Jimmy doesn't overwhelm us or anything like that. So, all right. But the Niners, we still have to include them in those elite, no, well, top teams, top playoff contending teams. So, and that's a look at Monday Night Football. All right, we're going to go to the NBA now. It's a nice Monday night card, and we'll start it off with Atlanta and Cleveland. And this one,
Yeah.
Cleveland. Yep. Go
Should
ahead,
be.
Minnie.
I think it's going to be a pretty good one. Over the last 4 games, Cavs are averaging 116. Hawks 113. Cavs here 6-1-1 against the spread their last 8. I think I'm going to stick with the Cavaliers here. They've been kind of hot as of late. I'll take them -2.5.
Yeah, I mean 5-1-1 against the spread at home of late. Atlanta 6-1 to the over on the road, and Cleveland 5-2 to the over at home. 14 of the last 20 meetings have gone over. I was kind of thinking about Atlanta as the play, so I'm not so sure on the side with you, but I'll take over for sure. I think I like this one to go over today between Atlanta and Cleveland. Mindy says take those Cavs. I like the Cavs because they got a the Mobleys,
Right.
my favorite players. All right. And I think Cage has said over on that one. Anyway, Magic here and the Pacers. And the Pacers are 6.5, 226.5.
Yeah, this Magic team is not shooting too bad. 47% from the field here. Over the last 3 games, Magic are putting up about, 110. Not too shabby for that team. Pacers here is putting up about 112. Magic 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. I'm going to take the points here with the Magic at +7 today.
Yeah, Paolo's still out for Orlando, but man, Indiana 9-1 against the spread their last 10 games, and Orlando just 2-5-1 against the spread on the road. But it's been a real good series for Orlando, covering those 7 of 8. You said they've played them well. So 10 of the last 12 meetings have gone over between these two teams, and I think that's where I'm going to look to go today. I'm going to go over in this one. Another over for me.
All
Wow.
right.
226.5. Mindy says take Orlando +7 points. In that first game, I think the screen said 224, and I should have been 226. So just let everybody know we got a little bit tougher number in that first game. Fonzie says over in that last game. They seem to score a lot. Yep. Okay. Golden State and New Orleans down. Mindy, New Orleans are up to a 5.5 point favorite. We saw Golden State finally win, so we can stop I don't know. We can still make fun of them. I mean, they're one of the
Well, I
worst.
mean, they didn't cover, right?
No,
But
and they're
yeah,
one of the worst
they
road
got the
teams in the
win.
league at this point.
But yeah, I mean, but the Warriors, they're still first at shooting the three. Pelicans are not even close to anything like that. Warriors still average more here. The Pelicans are kind of up and down for me. I think it's another good spot here for the Warriors. I'm going to take them. They're 4-1 against the spread the last 5 here with the Pelicans. I'm going to take them here at plus points.
All right, Mindy's going to go with those Warriors. With they're 1-8 against. We already
I
know.
know.
We know all that. Zion questionable. Also, that's a big deal. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two have gone under. New Orleans has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, and Golden State won 5-1 to the under in their last 7. Oh boy, I think I've got to go under in this one, under
Okay.
230.5 with these two teams right now. That maybe that number is just a tad too high. That Golden State on the road. And Mindy says take Golden State plus the 5.5 today. So, all right, we're looking for a play. Come on.
We'll get one. We'll get one.
Let's hear from you, Team Steam. You got to get me swayed over to the Mindy's side. Or, okay, Portland and Milwaukee here. I like the way Portland's been playing, but Milwaukee, obviously, performing well also. And Damian Lillard questionable tonight, showing Milwaukee 9.5 now, 216.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the Trailblazers here today. I like how they're shooting from three as of late. They're also 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games. I think I'll take the Trailblazers. I think that's a lot of points for me. Plus 9.5.
Okay, well, I hope I didn't sway you because I told you I like them, but I mean, I like them in a long term. It does bother me that D. Lil is questionable in this one. Too, we talk about how good they are. They're also 21-10 against the spread combined. So, and they're also combined to go 11-19-1 to the under. So these teams, play defense. That's pretty good. K-Jizz is on them. Portland's covered 4 straight on the road. That's how the consensus plays work. Let's take Portland in this one, plus those 9.5 points. I think it's gone up because of Lillard being out of this game. Questionable. Could
Right.
still play. So, uh, you know, but again, I think for the spot for Portland, they seem to have a pretty positive situation going right now. Lillard, good player, but it looks like the whole roster right now kind of gelling. One of the quietly better teams in the league so far. Let's take Portland tonight.
All right. Consensus play.
The Knicks and the Thunder in this one, and the Thunder a 2-point favorite here, 230.5.
Yeah, I mean, over the last 5 games, Knicks putting up 111, Thunder 126. Thunder also shooting about 2 percentage points better from the field, 3 percentage points better from 3-point range. Thunder 8-1 against the spread in the last 9, off of 2 days rest, and 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. Overall, I'll be taking the Thunder.
Okay. Mindy likes the Thunder in this one at home. I mean, after all, OKC 7-1 against the spread those last 8 meetings, she said, and OKC also 10-6 against the spread. Over's gone 7-2 the last 9 meetings between these two teams, but I don't know. At that high total, I think I'm leaning to go under tonight in this one. This has always been a tough spot for the Knicks when they come in here, right? As we said. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm going to end up going under. But you see in the chat, take a look, Mindy. You've got Scotch on OKC, Cages OKC, Fonzie on the over. Only I'm going to be the oddball here and go with the under in this one. And Mindy says go with OKC plus or minus 2 points tonight against the Knickerbockers. All right. The Celtics and the Bulls. The Celtics here is 6-point favorite. Total 227.5.
Yeah, I mean, Celtics here ranked second in 3-point percentage, 39%. Third in 3-point shots made. I'm going to take a look at the total over here 7-0-2. Celtics last 9, especially versus a team with a record below 400. I'm going to take the over 227 ish. I don't know what you have.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Mindy. It is 227
Oh,
right now. I
there you
updated. I
go.
didn't hit the wrong button because I was trying to get see the plays. I saw some plays coming. Don't I know we got to get those plays up quick. If not, they're always in the chat. So we'll do the best we can there. Try to. Yeah, Mindy, I'm in with you. Sorry about that. This is going to be a consensus play for you and I. The Sharps, my friend, my buddies, the Sharps, whoever they are. Who knows who they are, but I like what they have to say in this one because look at this total has kind of gone up since the open, and I'm showing it as I don't know, maybe it's not sharp action, maybe Joe Square wants to as well. But you look at the trends of the teams: Boston 3-6 to the under on the road, Chicago 2-7 to the under at home. But and this series always goes under as well. But just for me, looking at the teams themselves right now, I think I want to go over in this game in this matchup. It's been a tough matchup for Boston, 1-6 against the number last 7 meetings. So maybe it does favor, but Scott says fade the Bulls in this.
Right. I've heard
So
that before.
Chris Rand does say over Bulls game to go over here. Fonzie's got a prop, I believe, with Tatum to go over 27.5. So we like to have some prop action as well. Appreciate that, Fonzie. So, all right, Mindy, that sounds good to me. We're on a
I
consensus
like it.
play here to go over in Boston and Chicago. Yep. Can't always, play those trends like I like. Got to respect the action. All right, next up.
Exactly.
Heat and Timberwolves. And this one, the Wolves are huge. Oops, kind of looks like a typo there, but I've got it's 8.5, Mindy, 219.5.
Yeah, I mean the Heat, they've been kind of holding their own here in this series. They're first in free throw percentage, 19th ranked in scoring here, but the Timberwolves, they're 77% from the free throw line themselves. I know that it's kind of one of those. I feel like this game is going to get down to the end, and those things will matter. Who's going to be able to make those shots ultimately to stay in this game? I like the Heat here, plus 8.5. I think they're going to be able to keep it close with the Timberwolves.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. For me, I mean, Butler's questionable. Hero's definitely out of this game. 7 of the last 8 meetings have gone under. Miami just won 6-8 last 8 meetings in this series against the spread, of course.
Right.
These teams are a combined 6-14 the last 10 games, respectively, each of them 6-14. I think they're both 3-7 against the number. So Curtis Mann coming in says take the over. I'm going to end up on Minnesota here, going against Mindy in this one. We're on
Challenge, Mindy versus
opposite side.
Ramon.
I'm not. The thing is, it was 7.5. It's now 8.5. I'm not comfortable in premium land with this one, especially if you're on Miami. So, but I like what Curtis is saying about the total to go over here. The way this is going, the series is going over. Total's already gone up 3 points from 216.5 to 219.5. So Fonzie says go over, get on it now. It seems like it's
Yeah,
going
right.
higher. So, all right. And we got one more here tonight, and this next one coming up. Let me make sure I got the right line because I did see some injury information. I don't know if it affected the line at all. But you got the Clippers, the 3.5. Sure, it did, but I saw it go up to 4.5 and then back down to 3.5, probably because Paul George questionable for this one.
Yeah, but this Jazz team, they're second in the NBA in 3-point shots made here this season. Gonna take a look at the over total. Over's 5-2 in the last 7. Over's 4-1-1 in the last 6. I like the over here, Ramon.
All right, Mindy says go over with Utah and the Clippers. Clippers are the massive under team in the league. That's what bothers me a little bit
I
about that. I
understand.
mean, they're 1-8 to the under at home. They're like 2 and something all season in this one. But Utah 11-2 against the spread as a dog. Clippers just 3-6 against the spread at home. It hasn't been a good series for Utah here, but like I said, I think we're dealing with kind of lethargic Clippers still, and a Utah team that has been pretty good, surprised everybody. So I'm on Utah here, plus 3.5 points is my free play in this one. Mindy says go over. So we got two plays. Oh, let's get our comments up there. We got, oh, yep. Fonzie says Jazz. Of course, it's plus 3.5. But we know what you mean there. And Jazz all day with the points. Lead Jazz and under. So I might be right with Cages in this one. We're right in the same lane. And Mindy,
I'm the
two
opposite.
plays, two plays in the NBA we have on our consensus today.
Sounds good.
Portland plus 9.5 and over in Boston, Chicago 228. And Blake also on the Jazz. So looks like a sweep there on with Team Steam there. Not an official play, but Jazz looks like our kind of our side. All right. All right, we're going to have some college basketball now on a college basketball Monday. We've got some nice matchups that we're going to talk about. We're going to start off with this one between Syracuse and Richmond. In this one, Syracuse is on the road. Last I saw, Richmond kind of taking the action. Syracuse opened as much as a 5-point favorite, but now, last I checked, they were down to about 3.5, and the total is at 139.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams averaging well over 70 points here a game. Syracuse ranked 53rd in 3-point percentage at 39%. I'm going to take the over in this one, Ramon, with Syracuse and Richmond here today.
Okay, Mindy. You know what? That's something I definitely think that I can get behind in this one. Look, I know that they're combined to go 2-5 to the under this year, but this is Syracuse's first road game of the season. I think they may be a little bit more susceptible than we think. Richmond did cover as an underdog against College of Charleston, and both teams are pretty good against the spread so far. So I think that's why the move's been on Richmond. The move's also been slightly to the under, but I want to go over in this one. I think we might be looking at a decent Richmond team for what they usually bring to the table, and also Syracuse, like we said. Uh, uh, you know, both teams looking pretty decent so far. So let's go over. Let's agree on it and get us a consensus play here to start off our college action, where we think
Way
we've
to
done.
start off the evening. There we go. Richmond, Syracuse, 6 p.m.
Yep.
Central.
I think our college actually on Team Steam, if I'm not mistaken, has been pretty decent actually so far. So I'm trying to recall. I was going to take a peek at it here before we roll to the next game, but I don't want to take too much time and keep everybody waiting. But yeah, Mindy, how about we're 16-9 so far, Team
Okay.
Steam in college basketball. So just point that out for everybody as we look at these games, and we're also in the green on NBA. So that's you guys. When I say Team Steam in our record, that's me and Mindy and you guys. And a good comment here from Cages about the pace. You always got the issues with Syracuse in their zone and all that. Get it? We get it. All right, next up, we've got Mississippi State. Oh, taking on Marquette, and I guess there are 3 minus.
Right.
Let me take a look at that. You can start the handicap there, Mindy. They're actually Mississippi State minus 2.5, total 140.
I'll take that minus 2.5 team. Mississippi State only allowing, 46 points a game here over their last 4. Marquette, on the other hand, a little, shaky defensively, 68 points per game. Mississippi State here, 4-0 against the spread this season. I'll take them.
All right, Mississippi State for Mindy, laying those points on the road. She's going to be coming in there. Yeah, I don't know. For me, Mindy, taking a look, I'm just looking real quick at a few notes on the game that I have. They're combined, of course, 7-1 against the spread this season. This is the first road game for Mississippi State. So Mississippi State is also 0-4 to the under so far, but they've covered every game that they've played so far. And now the line has gone down from three -4 to -2.5. Let me make sure I have that
Okay.
graphic right. Yeah, just to whatever it is. That actually, some people, if you don't put a minus, that actually does mean plus in gambling land. Last I checked. So, yeah, I think for me, Mindy, I think I don't know. I don't want to necessarily disagree with you, but I'm going to be on Marquette. I like this move at 2.5. You can see how close it was for me. I'm really not even sure on this game what I
Right.
see. So, yeah, in fact, Cage just points it out. It is a neutral court game in this one, so I should fix that actually. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll pick the right portion of the video. If not, it'll, just being a perfectionist here. So, well, all right, so if we got the picks on that one, Mississippi State for Mindy, Marquette for me. But now, in this one, Mindy, we are definitely in a neutral court. We're in Maui for this one. They rejected my uh, request to have a courtside pass in this one. Ohio
Rude.
State and San Diego State, though. San Diego State going to be favored here against the Buckeyes in Maui, the Maui Invitational. In fact, I'm showing it now. They're 4.5 at some places, but I think it's mostly 4. Total drops to 138.5.
Man, no one would give you a press pass to that one. That's terrible. I mean, in the last game, Ohio State scored 65 against Eastern Illinois SDSU, scored 74 against Stanford. Why does San Diego State tend to struggle to rebound? I'm not quite sure what's going on there with that team. But I'm going to take a look at the under. Under is 4-1. The Buckeyes' last 5 overall. I'll be taking the under here, Ramon.
All right, Mindy does say go under with Ohio State and San Diego State. We've seen this actually fluctuate. It opened as low as 136.5 and then went as high as 140. Uh, Again, for me, my insight on the Aztecs are that they've actually always relied on defense and ended up playing some very, very ugly games. But they look to be a little bit more dynamic for me scoring wise right now. Moving forward, I mean, I really have them rated just as high, if not higher, and I try to be as fair critically of the program as open as honest as I can be without. I mean, I know when this team is not necessarily going to be able to perform when they're getting the publicity nationally, and I think it's too much. I usually can feel that, and I feel right now that San Diego State is not getting the attention right now that they deserve. I think they will win this game. They might even win it convincingly against the Buckeyes. I think San Diego State is going to be a team that might be one of their better additions, and right now they're not, getting that look necessarily. I think they're up there nationally as far as people thinking, yes, it looks like San Diego State has a good team again, but I do think that they're not being taken fully seriously as far as their potential. They still have to put it all together because of the type of pieces that they have. They, are putting things together from different aspects with transfers and all that. But so far, so good. Look, I know both teams are 1-2 against the spread, but we know they're both teams are undefeated. I will mention, you did say take the under, and San Diego State is 7-20 to the under in their last 27 neutral site games. So this is a team that often plays preseason tournaments and also postseason tournaments. And San Diego State also does pretty well against good teams, 14-4. Or no, I want to say 4-14. This is talking about your under 4-14 of the under last 18 games against teams above 500. So I'm going to be on San Diego State, and Mindy is on the under 138.5.
Sounds good. Should be a good game.
Yeah, I'll be definitely Try to
Interesting.
watch all the San Diego State games, even the USD. They just had a great game the other night. Even though they lost, a transfer, scored a USD career USD record tying point total. Okay, St. John's and Temple. Yeah, let's care. St. John's and Temple here in this one, and I'm showing St. John's a road favorite down to 4 now in this one,
Okay.
Mindy, and the total 150.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's is off that win over Nebraska, where Nebraska pretty much imploded. They handled them, all of the first half there. St. John's, they held them to shooting 23% from the field. St. John was also 0 and 10 from the three point land. But besides that game, they normally average about 83 points a game here. But I think Temple's kind of a tough team to figure out here so far. I mean, lost to Wagner, beat Villanova. I don't know. I like Temple here in this spot. I'll
Okay,
take
let me fix the
it.
graphic because it is
Minus, or
being
they
played
were
in Brooklyn.
plus
Oh,
plus
go
four.
ahead.
I
Yeah.
said minus. Temple. I'll take them. Temple +4.
Well, the move's been on Temple. It's been a pretty sharp move on Temple, no doubt about it. So far, Mindy, it opened as high as 6, and now it's down to 4. I mean, Temple 2-0 so far as an underdog against the spread, although they are 1-2 against the spread. Um, no, 2-0 as an underdog against the spread so far. This game being played at Brooklyn. That's what I wanted to add, so I switched it there. Um, should try to pay attention to these tournaments, make sure I got it right. Teams are combined 6-2 to the over thus far. That's where I'm going to be at in
All
this
right.
one, Mindy. I'm going to go over with St. John's and Temple here on this neutral court. Mindy says take Temple plus the points. I don't disagree necessarily with that play. And finally, in college ball, we got another nice game with Cincinnati and Arizona in this one. And this is another neutral site game in Arizona here, 9-point favorite currently, it looks like. And the total is 9.5, 158.
This one is so tough for me, especially when I have itchy, watery allergy eyes. I was struggling with this one, Ramon. I mean, they're definitely playing well defensively, but offensively, they're just not so hot from the field. Arizona is quite the opposite, right? I mean, they're not playing good defense, but offensively, they're putting up the points here. But it's one of those like my modeling all has this one coming out Cincinnati. But if I kind of look at the eye test, I like Arizona. But I got to go with my modeling. I'm taking Cincinnati and the plus points here in this one, hoping that Cincinnati defense here can keep it close. How about that?
Well, that's what they're going to need to do in order. Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty big number. So, but if they do play defense, I mean, I'm going to go over. I mean, I know it's looking a ridiculously high number, but I think it's a ridiculously high number for a reason. I mean, Arizona so far they've gone over in every game. The teams are, off to a good start, 6-1 straight up so far, and U of A is the undefeated team at 3-0. Cincinnati, this is the first time they're going to be an underdog this season. So I've got this one, being one of those wild games. I've got it going over this
Proceed with
one.
caution on
Well,
my
right. I
pick.
mean, when you're talking about a 10-point spread and you're talking about, a total then of 158 and a half. So you're basically looking, you need like almost like 90 to 80 to get home, a little bit less than that. You can go 80, 87 to 77, I guess, gets there. But you want Cincinnati, if Cincinnati covers. So maybe it's going to be 85 to 80. That'll be the home. 85-80. There
There
you
we go.
go.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's going to be a good game. Might want to check that out. Cages sets me straight. Says lean under since he does not shoot it very well. So well.
You don't know what
Um,
Cincinnati team's going to show up. They're the Vikings of our time.
and Cages also had a pick in the San Diego State game. It's on the record there in the chat. Sorry I didn't get it up there in time, but. Anyways, that's a look at some good college basketball games today. We had one more consensus play to add to our
There we
total
go.
today, and that was in the Syracuse and Richmond game where we said go over 139. So 3 plays so far. on our consensus plays here today. And let's get into hockey today, where we have a pretty big card. I know we'll
We
come to
do.
consensus here. Um, we run hot and cold in hockey. No doubt, seems like we sweep the board one night and don't the
Not
next.
the
So
other.
where's our hockey? Where's Latifa? Where's our hockey fans in the chat? So excited on a Monday to have Mindy, nearly 50 people alive. This is amazing.
Yeah, I saw it up to like 53. Good job, you guys, getting in the chat room with us. That's awesome. We appreciate
Like and subscribe and hit it and do all that. You
it.
guys know what to do. I don't even know what to do. All right.
Yes, you do, Ramon.
Well, I know, but they do it so much better. All right. Edmonton and New Jersey to start us off. Let me call up the goalies, call up the odds, but I know this is going to be close to the spread. If you want to get started, Mindy, with the Devils at home, pretty decent game here with the Oilers. Devils minus 145, and the total 6.5 over 20.
All right, we're getting some help from Scotty Buckets today. He's on notice. He's got to help us out here. Devils, they are not giving up any goals. What, one over the, averaging one over the last 3 games. Oilers, on the other hand, 2.67 over their last 3. Devils ranked 8th. Penalty kill percentage here at 81%. Also, I like the under here, Ramon, today. Under 6.5 for Mindy.
All right, well, or you can go, believe it or not, I think on the back end, last I checked, we can check it out, but we might be talking about a 7 under 35. I mean, that's almost the same as 6.5 over
Now I'm scared.
30, but yeah, I mean, if anything, and I'm just updating the odds because the Devils did kind of go up a little bit as well. We don't see many kind of reach a general 7, and I think you're seeing it relatively split in this one with the books with 7, 6.5, and 7s. I understand not everybody can bend the line a little bit or want to bend the line a little bit there, but it's up to you, Mindy, if you want that. 7 or
Well, of course I want the 7 if I'm going under. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's always nice to get some plus money too.
Well,
Sometimes.
it is hard to sometimes get plus money in hockey, so sometimes you take it while you can, I guess.
Yeah. And for me, I think I'm going to end up probably on Edmonton actually in this one. Look, we know New Jersey's got the incredible streak on this one, but Edmonton, puck line dog. Let's see, plus 1.5. Look, we don't want it to end. We love you, New Jersey, but New Jersey's gone under in 4 straight, but 5 of the last 7 meetings have gone over with a draw. Mindy says go under. I'm going to take Edmonton to break the streak. I'm going to take the Oilers today on the road. In this one, Mindy says go under 7 goals. Don't want to go against, New Jersey. You're incredible. We love you. But I'm going to take, I mean, look at that. Probably, a buck 30 and and they're on that incredible run right now. So I think that means Edmonton is bringing in a pretty hot. They have to be considered live.
Right.
Okay, Calgary and Philadelphia here. I'm showing Calgary definitely 205 total, 6 over 15.
Yeah, and it's quite the opposite here. Both of these teams giving up well over 4 goals here over their last 3. Overs 3, 1 and 1. Flyers last 5. I'm going to take the over, Ramon, today on this one.
Mindy goes over in Calgary and Philly over 6 over 15. I'm too lazy to update it right now because that's close enough. I think there are some 20s out there as well, but I think most people could find 6 over 15. Look, Philadelphia 11-4 is a puck line dog. Calgary 2-10 is a puck line favorite. Philly's just at plus 1.5, minus 140 here. If anything, Philadelphia, they haven't done well in this series, just winning 1 out of the last 6 meetings. 5 straight meetings have gone under, Mindy, between these two, but you did go over. I'm going to take that puck line with Philadelphia. That seems pretty good. $1.50, and I'm 11-4 as a puck line dog, and Calgary's 2-10 as a puck line favorite. At only minus $1.40, I'll take Philly on the puck line tonight. And Mindy says go over the 6. All right. This might be the other game of the night. I think the first game is probably one of the games of the night. This is also one of the games of the night with Boston and Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay a slight favorite here. In fact, I'm showing the game probably just a pick 'em right now with a total of 6 flat.
Oh, the pick'em. The Bruins are ranked first in almost everything here, but especially with 74 goals scored this season. Still going to take a look at the over here. It's 9-4 in the Bruins' last 13 road games, 6-2 in the Lightning's last 8 home games. I'll take the over.
Mindy says go over with Boston and Tampa Bay. Yeah, Boston 5-1 to the over as an underdog so far, Mindy. Although 5 of the last 6 meetings have gone under. Pretty good series for Tampa Bay, 16-6 last 22 meetings. But I just can't get over the fact that Boston is so dynamite right now, and I can get them here at a pick 'em. Yeah, I could have had them at even money. Now I've got to lay a little bit of juice probably. I'm going to take Boston tonight on the road to keep it going against, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is still Tampa Bay, so this will be one of Boston's tougher games in this incredible run that they're having with their awesome start. But man, they just seem to keep getting it done right now. So I've got Boston. Mindy's got the over in this one.
All right.
Carolina and Winnipeg in this one. Carolina on the favorite here, minus 135. A total, wow, 6 under 30. This one's dropping. One of the
It
lowest.
is dropping, but the under is hit, and each of these teams' last 4 games, Hurricanes just allowing 2 goals over the last 4, and the Jets allowing only 2 games over the last 4. Unders 4-0 in the Hurricanes' last 4 road games. Unders 10-1 the Jets' last 11 Monday night games. Let's go under the 6.
I want to go under. I think I'm going to go under. I mean, it's not comfortable. It's terrible juice. But I guess there's not much, yeah. I mean, they're combined 9-24-1 to the under. Winnipeg 0-7, and they haven't even gone over at home once yet in 8 games. Carolina's won the last 4 straight meetings, but the series 2-6-1 to the under. Let's go under 6.
All right.
Carolina and Winnipeg. Yeah. Carolina and Winnipeg to go under. Sounds like sounds ugly. And there's a consensus play.
We did it.
Islanders and Leafs. The Leafs in this one, they're up to about $1.80. Total 6 over 20.
Yeah, Islanders, they're just giving up goals, I guess. 5 goals over the last, 2 games. Maple Leafs allowed 5 goals in their last, 2 combined here as well. But yeah, the Maple Leafs are ranked 7th in power play, 27%. The favorite in this series is 16-5 in the last 21 meetings. I'm going to go with the Maple Leafs at the minus 185 here on the money line.
All right, Mindy's on Toronto here against the Islanders. Yeah, Islanders don't play usually very well in Toronto. Just 1-6 the last 7 meetings. Over 10-3-1 last 14 meetings between the two at Toronto. Toronto playing well at home. 7-2-1 last 10, I believe, at home. So I'm gonna flop. We both can win, Mindy. I'm gonna take the Islanders on the puck line here.
All right.
Plus 1.5. I think it's minus $1.60 or so. It's not a great price for me, but that's the way I'm going to go. I think the Islanders can stay within a goal here in this one. Ducks and Blues, and in this one, I'm showing the Blues. They're up to maybe even 210 right now, 6 over 15.
Oh, where's my Blues? Where's my Blues? There they are. Ducks here have allowed 3.67 goals in their last 3 games. Blues have scored an average of 5.33 goals in their last 3. Blues have been kind of hot here as of late. But the over, it's hit 6 of its last 3 games. Blues have played. Over is 5-1 the last 6 here as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the over 6 in this one.
All right, Mindy, and I think we're going to be in agreement with you. I think this one maybe can get to 6.5. Yeah, St. Louis really rock solid right now, going over at home with a 6-1-1 over mark on home ice. Anaheim 8-3 against St. Louis last 11. They might be able to, surprise here, but they are just 2-8 on the road, and we know how bad they've been in. They're 6-10 on the puck line, which kind of as puck line dogs. So we don't usually get the best effort out of them. 2-7 to the under last 9 meetings, but at 6, I think I'm willing to go over in this one. I'm going to take over with Mindy. We're going to have a little consensus play in the game between the Ducks and the Blues. Let's go over 6 in this one. Consensus play. And appreciate your comments. Hamid, nice to see you. Gerardo, good to see you. Scotty Bucket's been playing NHL. Coyotes and Predators. And in this one, I'm showing the Predators huge favorite here, 225. Total 6 flat.
Goodness. Yeah, the Coyotes, only scored 1.5 goals here per game over the last 4. Predators, not much better. 2 goals in 3 out of their last, 4 games here. Coyotes rank 32nd in goals, of course, for the season with just 41. Predators, again, are not much better. Ranked 26th. I'm going to take the under, Ramon. Under 6. Coyotes, last 6 overall. Under 4-1. The Predators, last 5 home games here as well. All these 6s today, goodness.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I mean, we're seeing lower numbers for some reason today. I'm not seeing as many 6.5s. My model had too many 6.5s on it. Maybe I need to make some adjustments. We'll see. But I can't get on it because of the 6. I think right there with you in this one. Yeah, look, Nashville 3-6-1 to the under at home. But man, Nashville, they're just terrible as a favorite, right? I mean, they're over 2. I know they're playing Arizona, but remember, we all bag on Arizona. They're not off. They're pretty bad, but I mean, they've actually maybe overachieved what the expectations were. And Nashville's 2-5 as a favorite, not on the puck line. Period. They're 2-5 as a favorite. Would take Arizona on the puck line today. I think it's plus 1.5, minus $1.40 or so.
I had it like minus 125, Ramon.
Okay, great. Yeah. In fact, that's what I'm seeing now too. So, give me Arizona on the puck line. Nashville just 1-6. I said, they're 2-5 as a favorite. They're 1-6 as a puck line favorite. So, Arizona for me, plus the 1.5. Minnie says go under 6. Avalanche and Stars. Another nice game here in this one. And you have right now the Stars and Avalanche. I'm showing this one about a pick 'em. Right now, maybe the Avalanche slide favorite a few places. Total 6, over 115 now. It's ticking up just slightly.
Yeah, I mean, I think here, for the Stars, they've been just playing, better than I can remember in the past. I mean, these are folks that usually don't score a lot, and as of late, they're putting up 5 goals a game. I'll take the Stars here. They're 5-1 their last 6, playing on 1 day's rest here as well. I'll take the Stars. What is it,
Right.
minus 110 or something like that? Or
Yeah, minus 110, 105.
105? Okay.
I put that as the,
I see it
where
now.
the juice is reduced, the cheaper price maybe for everyone. Maybe in backdoor it'll be $1.10 or so. But, look, I mean, this is a closely rated game, and Curtis Mann is coming in saying go over in this one. Dallas is 3-6-1 to the under in their last 10. But Dallas, you said it, Mindy, 8-2 as a favorite, 8-2 as a puck line favorite. Dallas just playing terrific right now. I still think Colorado is a pretty good team, that this is a spot where maybe they want to impress. So I know Curtis says go over, but if Dallas, I mean, Ottinger, he's one of the top goalies in the league statistically right now. Look, we got another 6 out there. So
Right.
I'm going to go under in this one. Don't feel great, especially now that I see Curtis Mann's on the over. Makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. Closely rated game. Dallas playing well, Minnie, no doubt about it. I'm just not sure I can get on them. Not sure I can do anything with this game, really, but good game. All right, the Golden Knights are going to be on the road here Another one of the best teams in the league. They're a buck 35 or so in this one. Total 6.5 under 15.
Yeah, these Golden Knights, 14, 4, and 3 versus the Canucks over their last 21 games.
Oh,
Canucks
wow.
ranked 29th in goals against, well, the Golden Knights are ranked 5th in only allowing 47 goals. Knights are 6-1 their last 7 road games here. I'll take the Golden Knights.
All right, Mindy says take VGK today in this one against Vancouver. Yeah, VGK. What can you say? Like I said, they're one of the best teams in the league right now, and they're also 6-1 their last 7 on the road. This is the spot at Vancouver. They can really step up and make some noise here in this one. Vegas 3-7 to the under last 10 games. I have a lot of sixes on my model. I do have a few 6.5s, but more of it pointing to 6 to me. I've got the under in this one. Maybe would have been premium, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet on my hockey card. So I'm going to go under 6.5. Mindy says take the Golden Knights. All right, and finally we're going to have Ottawa and San Jose. Boy, this should be a doozy.
Doozy. Boy.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, somebody's got to win. San Jose is a slight favorite here now. I'm showing San Jose the favorite. Let me flip flop them over. I'm showing San Jose maybe $1.10, maybe even $1.15.
Oh my
What do you
goodness. Stop it already, Ramon. Stop
what do
it.
you guys have out there in the chat? Have you seen any numbers on this game? And I'm showing 6/20 for sure. So yeah, the Sharks have moved as a slight favorite, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I'll take the Sharks. Home team 6-2 in the last 8. Between the Sharks and Senators, Sharks ranked first in penalty kill percentage, 92%, compared to those Senators, only 77%. So hopefully there's lots of fights in this one. The Sharks get the advantage.
Is there a prop for penalty minutes?
Right.
Mindy, Ottawa 0-8 is an underdog. San Jose 0-4 is a favorite. Something's got to give.
Right.
Ottawa, yeah, now they haven't done too well in this series. We know that. You said it. San Jose, they're 0-4 is puck line favorites. They're still going to be the favorite on the puck line, laying that goal and a half here in this one. So I don't know. For me, I think it's going to end up going under. I know San Jose is 4-0 to the over as a favorite. Definitely was preferring. I thought I'd get 6.5, and I was going to have a premium out of this, but it doesn't look like I do. So I've got to
Yeah.
go under the 6 in this one. All right. All right, Mindy, that's going to be our show. Good job.
Everyone.
Yeah, good job. Way to go. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Let's go over to our website, tonyspicks.com. We'll take a look and tell you how you can get our plays each day from Team Steam if you miss our show. How about that, Mindy? If anybody misses the show and they want to get those plays, especially college basketball, where we've done pretty
Right.
well.
And don't forget, college basketball starting what? Like about right now.
Right? Got a bunch of games going off here in the morning, tournaments all over the country. Like I said, I've got a 3-pack of action ready to go over there. But also don't forget Team Steam. Take a look at our records and we'll have our plays loaded up from today's show. We only have a couple of them, but we'll have
You
those.
got 5. That's good. Five
Okay,
winners.
a 5-pack or something. So
Right.
all right, cool. And but take a look where, like I said, NCAA basketball 16-9, NFL 36-27, and NBA we're also in the green so far, and that's where you can get our plays. You can sign up long term right there and get all of our passes for a week or so, or maybe even a month. Subscribe and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages. And we want you to do that because we're giving you the plays right here for free. We don't want you to spend any money, but we want you to get our consensus plays, especially when we're hot. And the way you do that is to subscribe to our plays. That keeps us on the air because Mindy and I are, just some cappers here at Tony's Picks. We appreciate the opportunity to be on Tony's channel, on his website, but we've got to sell our picks. That's basically what we've got to do. And the way we do that is to perform well, Mindy, and
I mean,
handicap
everyone
well.
likes to get paid for their work. I mean, that's why you go to work every day. So yeah.
Well, that's why we're here, and I'm here because of you guys now in the chat. I mean, I feel like I can't leave even if I tried. Mindy probably wouldn't let me. And plus, we have a lot of people who have subscribed to our Team Steam picks for a year long. So uh, I'm here. I'm here for at least a year.
You're under contract, Ramon.
If every day someone subscribes, if they got a year package, that's just longer than I'll be here at Tony's
Well, I
Pick.
think Tony even said if our year runs out, he'll buy a yearly package just to keep us on the air.
Appreciate it, Tony. That made me cry. But you guys make me cry in the chat because I'm so happy to get everyone in here. Almost 50. We had over 50 today, and the viewership continues to grow. And it's not just Mindy and I looking for views on the internet.
Right.
It's totally evolved into this thing where we bunch of people who are coming in and chatting with us and making us feel wanted, making our information feel important, and that is something that motivates me each and every day now. So thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you to Mindy. Want to mention as many as I can remember here. Of course, we had Scotty Buckets, we have Curtis. Hamid joined us. Mindy, how about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Gerardo
We
was
have
here.
a couple new folks today.
Here. Scotch was here. Fonzie was here. Steph, forgot about Steph. She did take the Knicks on the money line, and we missed putting her game on the screen. So think of all the people we had. Curtis Mann Crush was here as well today. This was a huge, huge turnout. Blake was here. Mario stopped by. I don't think Matt was here. What the heck? Oh, well. I think James Paskley. He said, do you like UAB or the over?
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can get that.
I can look up real quick too here. Where's my stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I might have it or I might not. I mean, there's such a big card, and I have a lot of selections there. But I do want to let everybody go. I don't want to keep you as well, Mindy. I'm just seeing if I have that game marked with a play yet. Okay, I tell you what. Do you have it? I have something on that game.
I'm looking for it right now. Here it is. Should I tell you what I have?
Yeah, I don't know if this is a preview or if we can add it or whatever. I don't know if it's a big.
Well, I have UAB winning by 12. So I do not I do not have them covering, and
right.
I have an overplay in that one as well.
Oh well, that's look. Yeah, I love the over. I don't know if we can make that a play or not.
I
But
think
we got
we can do whatever we want. It's our show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if we agree, I mean, I do like the over in that game. And let me make it a point right now to tell you that
Do it.
I like.
Let's do the over, Ramon. We'll write it down.
All right, I do like the over in that game. I don't even know if James is here anymore. I hope you are, James. I'm sorry we missed that. But again, we were already into our segments, I think, and what we do there is we try to give out the games and then we record them and send them out. So we try not to interrupt the flow of those when they're in there. But Kate just says right there, fastest pace in college basketball, go over. The widely recognized team actually came in on the under, and I'm looking to buck that with the over here. And the Steam also came in that game on San Francisco. Well, no, there was two-way action from the Sharps. So, but it opened as high as 14, as low as 14 and a half, and went all the way up to 17. So, just a little information on that UAB South Florida game. Just to let you know, we're covering it all, and we can cover it all. We can always take your requests as well and come up with something. I think.
Right.
Good job, Mindy. We'll see you tomorrow. We got kind of a short week this week because of the holiday. We won't be with you. You don't want to see us on Thanksgiving. Maybe you do, but we'll just be here for probably 3 days. So we're going to try to cover as much as we can over the next 3 days. We're getting a little bit of a holiday weekend with Thanksgiving, and going to be some great games already on Thanksgiving. So great job, Mindy. Appreciate you so much. I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for our audience. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow with more Morning Steam from Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.